Well, hello there, my Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your soulmate reading for December-ish 2019, and timeless. Whenever you watch it is when you're supposed to see it. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short, president of Jarring the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, and really feeling good about doing your reading today. I only got you and Aries left, and I'm done with this series. And I'll be starting with the next zodiacal series, which is, of course, for the new moon in Capricorn in December until full moon next in January. Cool, cool? We'll get down to business in a minute. Just a couple of quickie things that I like to kind of let people know before we dive in. If you are new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. I have a video in the description box below called Drunk Tarot, which is my promise that if I hit 1,000 subscribers for at least the first couple of months, once a month, I will do a little ditty called Drunk Tarot on YouTube, super live chat. So go watch that. That explains what that is. Also, this is a general read, right? So though it is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, can't fit for everybody, won't fit for everybody. So please take what resonates. Sometimes if you get like 51% of accuracy in a reading online, that resonates with you, that's like really, really good. So have fun with it, all right? Check your other signs for sure. I always do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign for anything relationship-oriented. So please do. We are going to be doing masculine and feminine, divine masculine, in terms of a way of looking at a soulmate contract. Has nothing to do with biological gender, Y chromosome, or otherwise. More about energetic dynamic, though I am a divine feminine with a lot of people in my life. I don't know, sometimes with certain men, I become divine masculine. I become like, you know, daddy top out of nowhere. I am a top anyway. That doesn't change. Long story short. So kind of feel it out. You might know who you are right off the bat when the cards hit the table. But pay attention to both sides, because often in a soulmate reading there can be some mirroring going on there. So it could be both you and the other in the party. And it's just, I think, better to say divine masculine, divine feminine than party A or party B, which is actually contractual language. And that's what we're looking at here. A soulmate read is looking at a soul contract, a pre-incarnational agreement between you and another person to help each other heal. You help each other heal. Doesn't matter the form of the soulmate, romantic, sexual, familial, work, right? A work friend, a healer, right? A best friend, a sibling, doesn't matter, does not matter the form of it, but these readings in particular are focused on the romantic, intimate, sexual, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soul contracts that so many of us have been working on for, I don't know, thousands of years. How many lifetimes, considering that psychology really has only been talked about freely in the past, I think maybe even 50 years, that's being a bit generous, right? That we know what codependence is now, which it was just, you know, survival for thousands of years, right? Negotiating away your self-esteem so that other people, you could get along with them. No, we're not really there anymore, and particularly in our intimate romantic relationships, or else are we more challenged. So in terms of your soul coming in to learn certain things, to heal certain things, we have twin flames and soulmates, not the same contract. We'll be doing the twin flame readings probably next week while I am in Saratoga for the holidays. Cool, cool. I'm taking all my tech with me. All right. That being said, we got that done. We got that done. Oh, everything, all the decks I read are in the description box below at the very bottom. I marked down my book from $24.95 to $14.95 for the month of December. Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, my second one. Really helpful. I wrote it this time last year, so I thought it would be nice to commemorate it. Put it out at Yule, winter solstice of last year. Like, for the month of December, let's drop it down $10 so people can get a hold of it for themselves, right? It may not be the kind of book you get for somebody else, but has been very, very helpful. Go read the reviews on my website. Cool, cool. Is that it? Please remember to breathe. I think that's like the more important practical thing. As you focus on your breath and I focus on my breath, brings us right into the present moment, right? The divine is always right here, right now. So the very energy field, the quantum field that I am drawing this information from for you, my Taurus collective, you can tune to. It doesn't matter we're not in the same time and in the same place. Intention, right? You just kind of tune yourself with the breath. to breathe in all that you need on the inhale for that moment, to breathe out those blessings into you and into your world for that moment, right? And then I think we're ready to rock and roll, shall we? Here we go. Nice deep breath, my Taurians. Oh, here we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card to represent the divine feminine in this Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, soulmate contract, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Sexual, intimate, romantic, soulmate, satisfying contract. Please, the divine feminine for this Taurus collective, please, for December-ish 2019, though timeless, and one same thing, same genre, same contract, but one for the divine masculine. There we go. The Caroline Myss archetype cards give the light and shadow sides of any of the soul powers, the dominant contracts going on in any situation and in any individual. In this spread, in this reading, though, it's looking at what needs to be healed in the individual in either side, whether you're the divine masculine or the divine feminine, what needs to be alchemized, healed within you, as well as what the contract itself is helping each of them heal, even if they haven't met yet. And that's the thing. Maybe not all of us are in the happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, satisfying, sexual, romantic context contract just yet. But let's have a look, shall we? So we've got the divine feminine martyr and the divine masculine hero. Now, don't freak out about the martyr. It's a divine family archetype if you're the divine feminine. Like, oh, the martyr. Well, if you fucking hate the word martyr, take a look at that. Because we're looking at some of our spiritual greats. You're really only identifying with it in the shadow then. And because we've all been around martyrs. I mean, and we've all played martyr too. I mean, kids do it exceedingly well. Right? They don't get what they want. Right? Just everything, just they suffer. They can take down an entire room, right? That's the shadow side of it. The light side of it is quite beautiful. We will get to that. But then you got to see like a martyr paired, particularly there is a heroic aspect of the martyr, considering that the hero archetype, the hero's journey, all about the path of true love and a path of personal empowerment. So fascinating. What a lovely archetypal chemistry to play with, my Taurian. So again, how stubborn do you want to be? I know, but then again, single-pointed focus, right? Willingness and endurance to endure whatever is necessary is a theme here with both of these archetypes. So let's read the divine feminine martyr, right? I'm going to read the shadow first. Let's get it out of the way. It's already what makes you sick to your stomach about even the word, right? When somebody plays martyr and sucks the oxygen out of a room. Shadow attribute, very simple, addiction to self-pity. And keep in mind, there is a biochemical part to every emotion. So the emotion of self-pity, it can really, a lot of people use it as a way to leverage and control and manipulate other people, right? That's why get down off the cross, someone needs the wood, right? It's using suffering to literally manipulate people into getting them to do what you want, your own suffering in particular. But I've seen martyrs even use the suffering of others to manipulate people to get what they want. Yeah, it's viral, right? It's a thing, the martyr archetype in the shadow. But now listen to the light and breathe, like really seriously, take a couple of deep breaths in this, that you can take this in. So whether you are ever dealing with this inside of yourself, reason, season, or a lifetime, everybody does it every now and again. Not everybody has the martyr archetype lifelong. Some do, though. And when you hear the light, you might catch some of that. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So nowhere does it say anything here about suffering. It's down here that the martyr uses suffering, and we all do, right? We all, the less we run from suffering and the more we embrace what suffering has come to us, a lot of suffering is self-induced anyway, right? Stub your toe, that's pain. Bitch and moan about it for 3 weeks, that's suffering. Just that aspect of it alone. To elevate that into, again, learning the transcendent nature, the transcendent, the spiritual, the above it all, the seeing it from the larger divine plan point of view, service to oneself or a cause. And when you get fifth dimensional unity consciousness, service to yourself is the greatest cause if you're doing it in the light, if you're doing it for your own healing, your own transformation, for the well-being of all. May my heart be blessed so all hearts are blessed. May my heart be healed that all hearts are healed. That is fifth dimensional unity consciousness. And I know fifth dimensional sounds like so brand new, but honestly, we're going back to the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali when they just used to call it crown chakra unity consciousness. Deal, Marge, right? Very powerful archetype. We're looking at Gandhi, we're looking at Jesus, we're looking at Moses. I mean, all of the greats, unfortunately male, but you know, look at Harriet Tubman, look at the suffragettes, my God, Susan B. Anthony, right? It's like, of course there are women doing it now who, you know, so it's not about gender. So divine masculine, divine feminine, get that that is a divine family archetype that you are playing in a soulmate contract. It's a pretty amazing thing. Work on that yourself. We all have to work on ourselves, right? The divine masculine, however, I love this because who doesn't want a hero on the path? The hero heroine. Now again, we're not talking about gender. This is just one of those cards that happens to do it, both hero masculine, heroine feminine. Shadow attribute, escapism and a false sense of heroism. Escapism, right? The hero always refuses the call. If you actually do the research into the hero's journey, particularly through the work of Joseph Campbell, like the first or second stage, because the hero hears the call. The second stage, I think, is the hero refuses the call. So what? Escapism, right? Like think, I mean, I don't want to give you spoilers for Star Wars A New Hope, but it's the first fucking movie if you haven't seen it already. I know it's not the first one in the series, but it's the first one they filmed when I was a little kid, right? Well, Luke says no to the quest and sand people. Really, if it's a spoiler beyond that point, you're going to really hate who his dad is. So, you know, keep that in mind. The hero, that thing of escapism. Otherwise, the hero, if the hero doesn't take the call, they end up being a villain. And that's really important to know. And I think we see that a lot in the contemporary tellings of superhero stories, particularly Marvel and DC, that we get the anti-hero in there. Like some of them are such a fine line. So that escapism, running from their honor, running from their truth, running from their light, and a false sense of heroism, right? Very similar to like the hero. It's like, that's okay, I'll take all your pain and train you all for it. Look how wonderful I am. It's not great, right? Very, like I said, something very similar here between these two. The light attribute, what the divine masculine is shooting for. Passion for a journey of personal empowerment, right? To make empowering decisions. The hero archetype is not necessarily a rescuer or an avenger. The rescuer and the avengers are different archetypes. Granted, close in description, but some of those fine lines between archetypal patternings really do make the difference, because it's also very easy to confuse the healer archetype with the rescuer, right? Tricky. So what you're looking for here is a passion for a journey of personal empowerment. And here this one is doing a service to oneself or a cause. So there's something very purpose-driven here. These two together in a soulmate contract, helping each other heal, being a loving, romantic, tender, warm, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract space for each other could help heal the world in a huge way, even if they didn't leave the house that often. Do you know what I mean? Like just that kind of power, that kind of strength, that kind of commitment. Amazing. What we're going to do is we're going to take the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. We're going to get 5 cards, Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit, to clarify the Divine Feminine Martyr with a little sip of Diana coffee. Oh, my wonder coffee. Ready? Take a nice deep breath. This is a nice read. I'm into this. Ah, here we go. My goddesses, please. 5 cards. Fire, Earth, Air, Water, Spirit, drawn one at a time, face down, for the Divine Feminine Martyr archetype in this Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this soulmate, satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise contract for December-ish 2019. And timeless. Element of fire, what does she want? Element of earth, what is the waxen wick that feeds the flame of what she wants? What is the air? What she thinks about what she wants. What is her water? What she feels about what she wants. And what is her element of spirit, the voice and point of view of the soul? Those flew right out. Those flew right out. She's ready. You know, there's only so much martyring you can do in the shadow before eventually the soul takes over, right? And starts alchemizing that into seeing it as part of a larger plan that is beyond our control. So we surrender to it. We accept our own pain, and we accept the pain that we are... let me change that. We accept how we are adding to our suffering and the suffering of others, and we knock it off, right? That's just spiritual maturity, and nobody can get there until they get there. You just can't expect a 5-year-old to do algebra, and if that child does algebra, what the fuck are you feeding that kid? Spooky kid. What does this divine feminine martyr want? Well, right now she wants a little time by herself. She's got the walking away card, the Eight of Cups. Withdrawal is very traditional walking away, but also in this deck, withdrawal also means withdrawing into the cave, which is where she's going. She took a boat, right? She got the boat, she's parking the boat, docking the boat, taking a few steps in, following some cups there. Some are spilled, some aren't, but making her way deeper into herself. So everything I really needed to learn about witchcraft, I learned from Terry Pratchett. I believe it's in the book Wintersmith. Witches don't run from, they run to, right? They run toward. So definitely being called somewhere, but perhaps needing to disengage from the world, maybe from this relationship, we don't know yet. But with that thing of martyrdom, that perhaps she's just exhausted and needing some serious self-care. What is her element of earth that can help her get that? The Aquarian card, again, a card of distance. Now, this doesn't have to involve an Aquarius. It can. Someone who can be a friend, right? Aquarian's 11th house can be very friendly, very humanitarian. Perhaps withdrawal, not into hermitage, but maybe into just a safer network, right? 11th house is about tribe and network as well. It's very internet, is very much 11th house, very Aquarian. So kind of having like a social support system too, but still needing to get away for a little bit, needing to withdraw emotionally. This is, after all, a water card. The other thing that I keep, and I always get about Aquarius, is because it's fixed air, think stratosphere, so it's not always so much about pulling back as it is about pulling up, right? The transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. This can very much be about a card of at least mental transcendence, right? Perspective, seeing things from a higher point of view, which the soul should indicate something about that as well, that 5th card down. What's she thinking, since we got some air going down here? She's thinking about loyalty, thinking about the 3 of Flames, thinking about what she wants to devote herself to. I mean, that makes sense. Service to oneself or another, that there is a way to balance both. Balance both if you're really working with the quantum field of healing, that as you heal yourself, I'll heal, then there is no separation. I mean, that's what 5th dimensional unity consciousness is. It's the antidote to the illusion of separation, 3rd dimensional consciousness, but we have to make our way through that 4th dimensional corridor, which is time, which is the time it takes to heal and resolve, and that's different for everybody, but it's not a race. it's not a race, my martyrs. And ultimately, you know, from the divine's point of view, you can't get it wrong. You've done nothing wrong. Everything that's ever happened has been scripted. The good, bad, the indifferent, the ugly, the beautiful, the transformative, the condemning, all of it. Lifetime after lifetime, all part of the same quantum dealio. You with me? Maybe you are, maybe not. Do the research. That's all I'm going to say. I'm a Virgo. You're an Earth sign. You'll do your research when you fucking ready, because that's how we are. What is she feeling, though? There's a lot of air in this. This is the Libra card. Now, Libra, 2nd house, partnerships, marriage, and legal marriages, too. Like it's the scale. So it's one thing in relationship to another on a scale, with the fulcrum being the center point of balance. So that Libra card being all about this, we've got Skadi of the North, right? The mother of blades, the north wind. Riding the goose. A lot of air there, but also very much creative thought. So we've got 2 air signs indicated here. If these are people, great. Then this is really people to talk about, particularly with the Libra card in her emotional field. Then this might be something a bit more, I almost want to say like 6 of blades, if I was going to throw a minor arcana card in there. Therapy, talking, counseling doesn't necessarily have to be a professional, but it doesn't hurt to get professional help. if needed, particularly if that martyr is in that shadow where there is an addiction to self-pity. Now, people will say, well, I'd rather an addiction to self-pity than an addiction to meth or drugs or alcohol. It's like, really? Because an addiction's an addiction. They all destroy. There is no mild form of addiction. Like, codependence is just as fucking toxic and will destroy your life just as much, though in different ways, right? It's like different pesticides kill different things. Oh, that was a little harsh, but you feeling me? You feeling me on that? Just like certain antibiotics kill certain germs and others don't, right? Just how that goes. So definitely the relationship thing is on the heart here. Wants it in balance, wants a partnership emotionally, being at least called, drawn to that. And remember, we don't know this is the Taurus, could be, right? Depends on who you are in the situation. Thank God. What have we got in the card of the soul there? The card of spirit is the card of strength, right? Emotional endurance, emotional fortitude, bravery, courage, to have heart, to open the heart, to love what rises within you. So to go within and love what rises, but not a hermitage, not feeling a hermitage, feeling a pulling back, to really restore loyalty. Now, I'll do this one quick, because I learned this from Jan Van Zandt. Bless her magnificent mystical soul. I think it was in the book In the Meantime. She wrote so many of them in the 90s and the new millennium. The loyalty system that works for me, and this is what I learned from her: God first, then me, then friends and family, then work. Because we're trained the other way. It's like, well, get everything done at work, then everybody else, friends and family, then, maybe take care of yourself. And then now I lay me down to sleep. I ask the gods my soul to keep. If I should die and before I wake, I ask the Lord my soul to take. Yeah, let's teach that to kids. That should get them to pray. Didn't stop me. So I would get all them prayers out of the way just so I could talk to the gods. I used to get in trouble getting out of bed praying to the full moon. You might have a witch as a child, right? So that thing of really to go divine family on this, if you are the divine feminine, or if you're the cross watcher dealing with this divine feminine martyr, just know that there's a huge power being developed here and something being called forward. And with that card of the sun at the top in the soul spirit position, we're talking about a love here that can conquer all, perhaps even true love, or at least divine love within the individual. Really good for a soulmate contract. Watch the Martyr. Everybody needs to watch the Martyr this time of year. Oh, I do, and you people, who the fuck asked you? Obligation. Love has no obligation. Read Mastery of Love, Don Miguel Ruiz, his second book. Let's look at the hero. The hero, shall we? I know, I'm hearing the music in my head, too. I'm holding on for a hero till the morning light. I am a hero. I am. I'm a fucking fifth-dimensional superhero witch. I am Justice League Dark Material, or I was thinking, I don't know, maybe like Brad Strange, like Stephen Strange's gay brother, who's way more fun. Bradley Strange. I was thinking Richard, who'd be Dick Strange, who doesn't like a little strange dick. Sorry, you're a Taurus, you can handle it. Brave! Oh my gods, please. 5 cards: fire, earth, air, water, spirit. Some of you are still laughing. Please, 5 cards: fire, earth, air, water, spirit, for this divine masculine hero archetype in this Taurus collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign. Satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, soulmate contract for December-ish 2019, though timeless. Whenever they're supposed to watch it, please. Please give me 1 card for this divine masculine fire. What does he want? His element of fire. Earth. What does he have? The fuel to feed the fire, the wax and wick that feeds the flame. Air. What is he thinking? This divine masculine hero archetype. Water. What is he feeling? This divine masculine archetype in the soulmate contract. And spirit. What is the soul point of view or voice of the soul here? Let's dive in. The hero archetype. Passion. Passion for a journey, right, of personal empowerment. What does he want? 9 of Pentacles. Virgo. Mutable earth. Wants things to change. But we all know that the Virgo Knight, the Knight of Pentacles, is always the slowest moving of them. So wants change, but wants it gradual. In other words, doesn't have to race up the mountain, would rather do it. A bit slow and steady wins the race, so it's more sure and so it's more stable. This feels more Earth sign to me, this sign. So far, it's only one card down. Let's keep going. It's a wise thing to want. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise. Also, some wealthy might be in there and some healthy, because you know, things take time to develop. What's he got? What's his earth to help him get that? A sense of justice. Athena, who happens to be the goddess who sits in the throne where my hero archetype resides. All about fairness, all about justice, all about honor, right? Truth, honor, alignment, transcendence, right? That they be in truth within themselves, in front of other people, that they are truthful, compassionate, loving so, but that they're truthful, honorable, that they are truthful, in alignment when no one's around. That's when it's really important, right? Anybody can be a sweetheart in public when people are around, but what are you like when no one's around? Not that you can't have judgmental thoughts and impulses. You got to let them have a voice. That's part of loving that too. And because you just keep repeating the things you judge, right? They keep coming up. So yes, love that, heal that, be honorable. You don't let it get into your conduct, your words, your actions, your choices in that way, right? Alignment, that is all about alignment. And am I in alignment with my highest truth and my highest virtue that I'm aware of? Understanding there's always going to be a higher truth and a higher virtue. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter how honorable you think you are. There's always going to be a next level of that, right? What do I want to embody and integrate into my world? And then from that place of transcendence to really see that the path of empowerment, the path of true love, the path of a soulmate's all about the same thing, about us allowing life to make us in who we came, who we were born to be in this life, right, in this incarnation. Very, very lovely. Feels very, very nice. I've really been liking the Divine Masculines in these last rounds, considering I usually identify Divine Feminine. Well, liking this dude even more. Again, can be in a female body. What's he thinking? He's thinking the Hermit, right? The Hermit card. Let me slow this shit down. I need to take care of me. Because this is a path of personal empowerment that at least if I am taking care of myself when necessary. Because look, if there's a Divine Masculine who's getting that there's a certain amount of love, choice, and empowerment and wisdom that only he can give himself, that's huge, because then that's what he wants to bring to the relationship. So to take the time out. Now it is in the element of air. It doesn't mean he's actually doing it, but is thinking about it, right? Thinking about the illumination. This is the god Kronos. Now you might be familiar with the word Kronos. It means time. So thinking about taking the time, maybe to meditate, maybe to introspect, maybe to contemplate, which is different than meditate, right? Maybe something of their hero's journey that needs a little bit of silence, a little downtime, a little me time, though when the divine is involved, I call it thou time, like that. The divine within, the I am that I am. What's he feeling? Two of Wands. People will call this indecision, and I understand that to an extent, but it's the element of fire. It's like, well, it's not indecision about what you think, it's indecision about where you want to apply your fire, right? It's not an ace, it's a deuce. Now this is Chiron in the cave, the wounded healer, the Centaur, right? About to help Jason of the Argonauts get his shit together to go on the quest to get the Golden Fleece. So there's something here about inner preparation, right? Getting my ducks in alignment. There we go. Thank you. That alignment. Let me get my intention. What I want, why I want it. Am I ready? Because he has this justice, this honor inside of him to get all of that in alignment in a feeling sense, to take the journey of empowerment. Because look, if these two haven't met yet, I don't know that this soulmate contract is going to rock their world. It's not feeling like that. It feels like, however, it is going to strengthen their world. So they both have to kind of bring the best that they are in the moment to the table, not that they have to achieve some kind of Olympic greatness before they can meet. That's ridiculous. Soulmate contracts are here to help us heal. Why would we have to be totally healed before we meet them? That's really the cart before the horse, so to speak. not feeling that, but am feeling that, you know, he knows he's got some internal stuff, some healing, some preparation that he needs to get some stuff done with. And it is true, the more loving we are, who we are, all that we go through, all that we've been through, all that rises within us needs more love, not less, right? The judgments, even the ones that judge, even the ones that condemn ourselves and other people, those voices within us need to be loved more, not less. But that doesn't mean we have to speak them. That doesn't mean we have to post them. That doesn't even mean we have to believe them. But we can get in touch with whatever is out of balance inside of us and love that which is unbalanced. Because even that which is out of balance within us needs more love, not less. Just saying. That's how this game works. That's how healing works. Don't try and heal anything. Just love it. Don't let the demon possess, right? Don't let the virus run the entire show. Just give it more love than less. And let the divine take you to the next step. Speaking of which, last card in this spread, Seven of Swords. Sort of sneaking away in the night here. But maybe necessary for a hero to sort of tiptoe away, right? Just sort of like, I need, I get it. So the soul is saying, can we just get the fuck up out of here for a little bit? Get some distance, get some point of view, which is interesting because the divine feminine, the martyr, divine feminine here, the golden martyr, she who serves herself and or a cause, kind of has that, come on, let's steal away. Let's get out of town for a little bit, or let's go somewhere and talk, right? So there is a little clandestine something going on here. The Seven of Swords usually indicates that, but in a soul position, it really does confirm this Hermit card in the mental position of this divine masculine hero archetype, that really needing to do this, but none of it need to be done full steam ahead either. So that sneaking away can even be like a day trip, or even an online conversation if necessary, right? But I just know that what we're all going through on the planet right now, anybody who's not taking time for themselves is not acting in the wisest way possible. It's too easy to get sucked up in everybody else's energy field. That's going to happen anyway. Particularly if you're empathic, although the divine masculines maybe not so much. Let's get a couple more cards on the table. We are going to clarify the divine feminine and the divine masculine with oh, I love this deck, the Whispers of Love Oracle, one for each, from the higher selves of all involved. I find these cards extremely helpful. Ever since I've gotten them, I've adored them. So let's get one of those each. Please breathe. Oh, and this little sippy sip. God, I make good coffee. My higher selves and the higher selves of all involved, please, one card in clarity for the divine feminine in this Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign soulmate, satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise contract for December-ish, though timeless, 2019. Please, one for the divine feminine. This one for the divine masculine. While I've got you here, please, one for this divine masculine hero archetype. Let's look. Now, the divine feminine, keep in mind, has got the martyr here. So what's the higher self, fifth dimensional and above, saying to that? New love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. Since this one has popped up before, and since we are dealing with the martyr serving herself and possibly a cause, the fifth dimensional nature of this, I feel like this is referring to this relationship, that this may be a new love relationship. Yes, maybe they've known each other here or there. Maybe they've even danced before, so to speak. But there is a renewal with this. And yes, the spiritual growth part of it is huge. It's huge that in a soulmate contract, you can't separate the spiritual work from the contract. It's a soul contract. With me? So for the divine feminine here, yeah, there may be some suffering involved that you're going through. There might be some addiction to self-pity because we have to go through a crap ton of twin flame, torturous, tumultuous, transformative contracts before we really get, I mean, we can have soulmate contracts in our friends and our family all life long, but the romantic, sexual, intimate kind, We have to be the mates to our own souls, and the only way we really learn that is through the constant crucibles of twin flame contracts. Go watch the Matt KAHN. I got some videos, some links in my description box below. One the spiritual teacher Matt KAHN did about twin flames and soulmates. Go watch it. I just watched his Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined. I just watched it again this morning. It's so good. 2015, it's still so fucking on point. True spiritual information is usually classic that way. Let's look at the divine masculine here, this hero archetype. Physical touch is important. Definitely the earth element here, feeling it more on this side, but doesn't mean that the divine feminine isn't the Taurus either. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. And sure, it is the holidays. Now look, I am a hugger. I am affectionate. But I always fucking ask people, you want a hug? Particularly women. Look, I'm gay. I mean, I'm wearing dual pentacle earrings in my ears. I know that doesn't automatically make me gay, but I'm fabulous. I'm wearing a Wonder Woman bombshell 1940s replica t-shirt with a totem of Demeter with frankincense oil around my neck and Ralph Lauren. I won't tell you what I'm wearing at the table. All right, I'm gay. I still am just like, you want a hug? My clients are like, yeah, particularly after reading, yeah, I want a hug, right? But, you know, that's the world that we're in now. It's okay. Just make sure it's honorable. Just. No Me Too moments on my watch. There are no Me Too moments in fifth dimensional unity consciousness. Because there's honor and love and everybody's doing the fucking best they can. And sure, people will still make mistakes. That's life on Earth, right? But we're doing the best that we can, right? Really nice. I like this divine masculine. If you're the divine feminine, I really like this guy. It doesn't have to be a guy, obviously. No, we're not talking about biological gender. One more card down, though. A Journey of Love Oracle card. I love, 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 love these so much. Does synthesize the reading to an extent, and it'll also give me the way to jump into your overview. Cool, cool. I'll pop up the picture and everything, but I need you to breathe. Oh, feels so good. One more. Very nice. We start with the collective pantheons. We end with the collective pantheons. Please, my angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. One card in clarity for this Taurus collective. Sun, Moon, Rising. Venus, Sun. Taurus collective. Satisfying, sexual, intimate, romantic, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, soulmate contract. Satisfying, sexual, intimate, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, soulmate contract. Please, where are they on the journey of love? Where is this soulmate contract on the journey of love? This should be hot. I really wasn't going to stop until I felt that one click. I'm going to read it from the book because what's written in the book is way better than anything I can possibly memorize. The Lovers. This card just came up in one of the previous two readings. The Lovers. The Lovers. Knew it. Knew it. Knew it. I think, I don't even remember which line it was. The Lovers. Let's just leave it at that. Card number 57, right? 5 and 7 is 12, 2 and 1 is 3. They make me do math on video, Mom. Hey, Mom. Mother. They're making me do math on YouTube. Again. 57. The Lovers. Now, different than the Lovers card in the tarot. Yes. It is love. It drives you forward and pulls you back to your heart. It makes the mind mad with misunderstanding and breaks it open into enlightened compassion. It is love. Your yearning heart shall have it. Your destiny is to be the lover of the beloved. This oracle brings a message of love, love, love. It is finding you now. Be open to it in all its forms. Be the god and the goddess of love and paint the town red. Play in passionate embrace with life as your lover, and prepare to receive even more than what you believe you are capable of handling. This is very much a soulmate. Lovely contract. The poem always has a poem. Love is a magic word that holds the universe together. It is both an emotion and something ephemeral that lives like a fire's glow, or the pink light on the clouds after the sun has set. It is alive and yet indefinable. It causes the heart to beat more rapidly, feelings to show, and young people to write, sing, dance, and become totally immersed in its hold. Love can beckon coyly or flaunt itself with wanton abandon. Love can live and grow seemingly forever or vanish in a fleeting moment when we least suspect. And in the twilight of our years, reflecting on the life we have lived, it is love which colors every turn and twist of our memory. And when we pass from this earthly plane, it will be love that will light our soul on its journey home. Now I'm going to pause this. The landscapers are here, the lawn leaf blowers. I'll be right back as soon as they pass. Okay, it looks like the leaf blowers have gone in the other direction. Let's do this clearly and cleanly. We're starting off with that magic clap giving you the divine feminine martyr archetype in the shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. In the light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And it feels like she's doing that for herself right now in that sense of that Eight of Cups and the element of fire. Wanting to withdraw, go within, being called inward. What does she have to help her do that is that Aquarian energy, that fixed air, stratospheric, not just pulling back but pulling up, getting a higher perspective, higher knowledge, perhaps with somebody, perhaps in a therapeutic communication, confession-based means, could be a professional or a clear, confident, good friend or ally. What's on her mind is that Three of Wands, that Three of Flames, that loyalty to herself, to her path, and certainly wanting in that Libra card in the emotional field, that Libra, that romantic loyalty to, really ready to commit herself, at least contemplating it mentally, but the soul, the emotion, kind of pulling her forward with that card of strength to saying, yes, we do have the strength of the soul to endure, to open the heart, to be courageous and bold in a really happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract. The divine masculine hero archetype here in the shadow, escapism and a false sense of heroism, really moving towards that passion for a journey of personal empowerment, which a soulmate contract makes you do, right? Empowering yourself, empowering your partner in the contract to be the best that they can be, to love what rises, to heal, to grow, to learn, to become the best that you both can be. And, with his Knight of Pentacles in the element of fire there, he wants this, but he wants slow and steady wins the race. He wants that earth sign pace of thing, not the fastest knight. But also in this card, there are beehives, which are kind of hard to see unless you're familiar with the mythic tarot. That beehives take time, right? It's not just an instant turnover thing. It's definitely a process. What he has in his element of earth is the card of justice, Athena herself, that wisdom to take this in an earth position as something wise and something slow, but something strong and something steady and something honorable. What's on his mind is the Hermit card. So they're both sort of in this self-contemplative, self-care kind of place, which is just wonderful. Even if he's not in that place, taking the motions in that direction, definitely something that's on his mind, his own self-process, self-reflection, self-enlightenment. Because in the emotional field, that Two of Wands saying really wanting to make a clear decision, but still in the preparation, still being prepared, still kind of getting all of his interior ducks in a row with that Two of Wands to make a wise choice, a wise decision. And with that Seven of Swords at the very top in the soul, saying that, yeah, there is a need for at least a clandestine getaway, about sneaking away from things to see things differently without necessarily telling everybody. Sometimes the only way we can do a hermit move is covertly, because then people want to know what's going on, and sometimes it's just not any of their business. Now, the voices of the higher selves here. We've got this Whisper of Love card for the Divine Feminine Martyr archetype saying new love. Embrace new opportunities of love that is here. That it's here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. Feels like it's very much relationship oriented, a new relationship or a renewal of one. One where that interior strength, that courage of the soul, that it is about spiritual growth as well. For the Divine Masculine, physical touch is important. For some of us, nothing is more important than a tender touch. This might include a pat on the back or giving a hug to someone who needs it. And that sort of support between the two of them, this is, after all, a Taurus-based contract. Both of them might not be a Taurus, obviously, but that physical touch, that really commitment to say, no, I am here for you, and physical support as well. If you need someone to hold you, and if you will hold me back when I need it, not hold me back, but hold me as well, right? Really confirmed with that journey of love oracle there, the Lover's card, that yes, this is love, and yes, it's happening within you, and yes, it's happening between the two of you, but still, to be calm about it, to be clear about it, and to enjoy the ride you are. After all, Earth signs, at least one of you is the Taurus here, which though not necessarily the slow and steady wins the race of the Capricorn or the mutable Earth of the Virgo. The Taurus is about that life value, is about that loyalty, is about really two modes, stop and charge. So better to kind of find your role together this, because with a martyr and a heroine who are lovers, this could really be not just a personal best immediate relationship for the two of these, but one that serves the higher value for all of life. So that's what I see for you, my Taurians. Pardon the landscapers, they're doing their job. I just got to time things around them. But so I really appreciate you hanging in there for this reading. It really is rather lovely. If you two have not met yet, you're going to. Maybe this month, maybe not. Timing is always kind of weird in the quantum. But particularly, just keep doing your thing. Keep healing yourselves. Keep doing the work within yourself. And enjoy this holiday. And if you do get a little fun physical touch with new love here, absolutely. Celebrate it. Enjoy it. But be happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise as you go. Cool, cool. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please do like and subscribe. Check out my book, my videos, all that stuff in the description box below. And wishing the very best and the very blessed for the Taurus collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in their satisfying soulmate relationships. And may we all be blessed with that kind of love. And may we all be blessed with the love that only we can give ourselves for the well-being of all. And so it is. All right, my darlings, my bulls. But for now, as ever, hail, farewell, and blessed be.